Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Cosmic Crone Conversation with me, Marie.
And me, Tina.
As you can hear, we haven't got any mics. We've had a technical breakdown this week.
Again.
And we're celebrating a year of our podcast.
A year.
And it started off as a Cosmic Conversation and then we changed it because we're getting older to Crone.
Yeah.
It was just nice, and that's to start off with though. How did it all begin? Because this is what this video is about today. It's about talking about the analytics, what we've gone through, excuse me, and how we got here today with no microphones and no phone. So yeah, do you want to start, because it was like your brainchild, wasn't it, the actual thing, but the podcast?
I wanted to do a YouTube channel. I did have a YouTube channels, and I just didn't bother with them really. I've got an art channel that I don't even know the password for anymore. I've got the charity one, sort of. We've now sort of integrated into Damaged Divas, which we don't do much on really.
No, that's more of a comedy thing.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you're doing a YouTube channel, you do need to narrow it down, and like my head wants to explode with all these different ideas.
So maybe sometimes it's not good to have many.
No.
Focus on one. But how we started was, I'm always interested in podcasts, always listening to them, always watching them. And when Tina came up with doing like, you know, something on a subject that we can talk about, I said, well then why don't we do it? Just why don't we do it? And we started off on, at first, Spotify, doing it directly to Spotify, didn't we?
Yeah, we just had our phones.
But then, thought about it, and we went on Buzzsprout, which then you do pay for.
Yeah.
But it goes out on loads of platforms, which doesn't seem to be working, because the majority, for me, because let me explain, we're on YouTube and Buzzsprout. So Buzzsprout is the audio, and YouTube obviously is the audio and visual. And Buzzsprout audiences are not the best.
Well, you know, it's a fact that podcasts, unless you're famous, podcasts are not going to be as popular as YouTube, because people sit there and they scroll.
That's true,
and then they'll click something.
Yeah.
And it's a fact that podcasts don't.
There's that many.
You know, if you want to make money, I wouldn't do podcasts.
I mean, we started it to promote the charity, which is the TRNC
Animal Rescue Family.
And you can donate by going to PayPal.
SOSdogs2017@outlook.com.
That's what we started, to try and get donations for vet bills, for the upkeep of the land, for food. And it was just a way of trying to get that to come to us and do the podcast.
You know, yes, I did want to monetize.
Yes,
and
we did.
I still want to monetize.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm going on about how we, like, what's it called? Conception of it all. You know what I mean? I'm not running, I'm just saying from the beginning.
Yeah.
That was a conception, and yes, money to, I can't say the word. But you know what I mean? So we're going on two sort of platforms, aren't we? We're going on YouTube and then Buzzsprout, and it goes off to Spotify, which Spotify seems to be the biggest audience.
Yes, and who out there with their new channels gets all their family and goes on their phones to get the views?
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
If you've got lots of friends, then great. You know, you can like bump it up a little bit.
It gives it a jump start, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And you've got to have your interest, and you've got to be able to flow with that interest and have plenty of ideas up front to know topics you're going to cover. If if you're doing it once a week, we've stuck to one a week.
Every Wednesday on YouTube, every Wednesday, and every Friday on Buzzsprout. I'll say that because it's the the major. But on Spotify, every Friday, and I'm a little bit behind when I put mine on. So we like Wednesday YouTube and Spotify Friday and the other platforms. We also had the logo. We started out with the logo, didn't we? And we had 2 microphones, cosmic microphones. And then we changed it recently to a black background, as you might see, with just the circle with the words on it, just to stand out a little bit more. So that's how we thought we could change it, by appealing to people's.
We have, we have played around with thumbnails. When we first started, we wasn't visual, even on YouTube.
That's what I was going to say.
So we just had that background of the mics.
Yeah.
And then I thought, this ain't getting anywhere. We need to up our status.
Yeah, you're right. You said we weren't getting anywhere, and we're not afraid to be in front of the camera as well. So
I was.
You were. I was going to say, that's why I was smiling. You was.
One, because my teeth ain't the best, because the dog's not my teeth out. And, we're older, and it's not something that I am confident with. But I've grown more confident over time.
Yeah. Confidence boost, it's learning, isn't it, all the time?
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a big gob.
Yeah.
I have to keep, when we're doing the microphones, I have to put mine down, and then you've learnt to put it up here a bit because your voice is
down. So what we have, our setup, I'll take a picture of it after. We have a mobile phone, which everything seems to go wrong for us. We had an old phone. I bought a new phone. It lasted 2 months because we have horrendous heat, and it's like, 120 degrees. And everybody's phone's been frying. So I had a brand new phone, absolutely useless. So now, thanks to someone, I've borrowed a phone, which...
Can I say, when you put on the other phone, we weren't recording like this because it might be going in and out. We had the other phone, was it Open Mic?
Yeah, Open Mic is an app that we had to use for our particular mobile phone, the new one I had. And
the microphones that we had, one bit you probably know, put it in the receiver into the phone, and then we had 2 mics, and it was all through Bluetooth.
And they're great, they're really
absolutely
great. And how
brilliant.
much was they? What, 15 quid?
Yeah, no more than, I think about 20 quid or something,
They're really good, and they charge inside their own little box, don't they?
Brilliant, so I recommend, I haven't got them on me to recommend them to you. But so we started with that, and when we got the microphones, we weren't doing the visual then, were we?
No, it was just before we started.
And the sound, we were just blown away. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, we had traffic outside, depending on where we were, because we do on location.
Well, I was going to go into that. We're a location podcast, which means anywhere and everywhere, because we've got such a beautiful place we live in. Plus, we're not always in one place. We haven't got a studio, which if we had somewhere to go for a studio, I don't know if I think it'd be
boring.
I don't know, it'd be nice because of all the equipment you'd be able to have.
And you could set up a nice back wall, couldn't you?
Yeah, and I think it would be nice, but then I'd be sort of wanting to go out, because we've been to churches, the land where the dogs are at the charity.
We've been to the Roman ruins.
We've been to in the field. Do you remember that? And we've done a lot more locations when we were doing it just audio.
Yeah, but you didn't see them, which was a shame.
Yeah.
And I thought, it's really nice to see where we are sitting under a fig tree.
Yeah, and when we went to Roots Bar here,
that would have been lovely. We'll have to do another one and go back.
I'm sorry, I've forgotten the lady's name.
Yeah.
But we look back, and it was about the Irish fairies. I'm so sorry, your name's gone out of my head at the moment. But
May Reed?
I don't know.
I don't know how you
But the thing is, where we were, it was a great location, and the point was it was raining, and when you hear it, you can hear the rain. It's it's spectacular. So there's something to be said for visual and audio, isn't there?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The audio thing. Yeah, look, I always used to say, and I still say every now and again, we are a location podcast. So you don't know where we're coming from. And today we're coming from Esentepe, in our friend's house.
Quite high up in the mountains.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful place. Yeah, and I've got some notes here. I mean, our equipment, we started off with a very old tripod, my camera tripod from when I was a teenager. And we were taping it, taping the phone, you know, so, and well, nobody knew, you know what I mean, particularly when we were filming. So
we have upgraded, we've got ourselves a lamp.
Yeah, lighting and things like that, which might not look it, but we have. And the distance between us, there's quite a distance between us, so we have problems meeting up. Well, not problems, but timing. Yeah. Planning the episodes. I'm trying to go through this because we could go on for an hour, so I'm just saying planning the episodes. You've got a list, and then we bring stuff and looking. I've personally researching. I've personally learnt so much. So go back and listen, because please do. It's not about the views and everything. We just hope you enjoy the last year that we've done. Do you know what I mean? I've blinking enjoyed it. And what did we want to convey to people? What did we want to get across?
If you want to do a YouTube channel, don't worry about what equipment you've got. Just start filming.
Just do it.
You know, and your first 10 will be rubbish. You know, your lighting might be brilliant.
The last 50 episodes we've done.
You know, you watch all these YouTube videos of making YouTube videos, you know, and then they come out with, you know, doing this with the analytics and that. Do you know what? Just do it.
Just do it. If you've got that passion,
rarely
you've got that passion.
Look at the analytics. Yeah, I have looked, but like, to be honest, I put down here, you know, that I found the analytics, whatever you call them, are wrong, because even on our other channel, you know, we've got one ambience channel, Cosmic Vibe, which has got a lot more subscribers than this one, and it says on there that they're all male, and that makes no sense whatsoever, because I know
I think there's something dodgy going on.
People that follow it's not 100% male. I don't know how they get that idea. And with this one, you know, it says like everybody who watches is in Cyprus. But I know for a fact there's people in UK.
I've just found out in the last few...
There's people in Australia, because I know them.
I found out in the last couple of days that somebody I haven't spoken to for 20, well, I don't know, nearly 20 years, says, I watch you on video, and I went, what? You know, in the UK? I mean, so, yeah.
How can you trust the analytics?
Well, I don't, well, you said to me the one day, didn't you? You said, oh, it's this people, it's this age group, and I went, it's a load of coconuts. I don't believe what they're saying, but that's my personal point of view.
But this channel, because we've only got 36 subscribers,
let's make it 136.
It doesn't give you all the analytics because there's not enough input.
Do you know what? I don't take that on board. You put something out, how many times, you do it consistently like we do. Why isn't that?
Yeah, we've done it every week.
No, don't tell me that you ain't done enough, because I don't believe all that. I don't believe it, and it's making you push and push and push. Thank God we have a passion for doing what we do. You know what I mean? So we're going to keep on, even though the analytics, that's just my personal point of view, that I think it's having you on. But what we wanted to get across was the subjects that we like, and hopefully you like. And we don't get a lot of comments, and we wish we did, in the sense of a bit of feedback, constructive feedback, even if it's, oh, I don't like that, you know, that's not good, or you did that wrong, and can I just point this out? Fantastic! We can address it then. and we can feed back to people, we can do comments back. That would be absolutely fantastic.
I mean, we do ask people.
Yeah,
you know,
every time.
Give us
Every
your
time.
point of view, or give us ideas if you want to hear something for us.
If you want to be involved as well.
Research and talk about.
If you want us to interview you, fantastic. If you're on the same vibe as us, why not? It'd be fantastic. We could work that out. We actually did a podcast with your son, and we did it from one phone to another.
Yeah, because that was complicated. Now people do this split screen Vibe, is it Vibe or Skype or whatever it is?
Yeah,
isn't
I
it?
can't
And
remember
it didn't
things when
work
I'm talking
for us
now.
because our internet is rubbish.
Yeah.
We do have really bad internet here, bad connections, and it's really hard for us, you know, even downloading. When I do the editing, sometimes it's taken me all night to do a 35-minute. You're probably like, oh my God, it should take 35 minutes at the most to do a minute per minute of download, you know. But it's
Don't let that put you off.
No. I just go to sleep. I leave it on in the other room, and it goes for 8 hours. And by the morning, it's usually just loaded.
And we're not moaning. We're just letting you know the problems that we have, and we still do it every week.
Yeah.
We still put it out. And I'd like to go back to the subjects that we pick. Sometimes they're in line with maybe like a new moon or something. We're going about moons, or there was one where we did recently, mermaids, and we were talking about it, and then you seen everything mermaid, it came up.
Yeah, it's just like everything sinks, doesn't it?
Yeah, everything
I
does.
was watching something, and the episode that I was watching was about this exact mermaid, like the first sort of not recorded, but in history, in Sumerian times, you know, this mermaid. It's really weird how things sink, and this is what we talk about. So our niche, you know, when people talk about niches,
God, I hate that word. Yeah.
subject, you know, topic, or topics would be what you're talking about each week, wouldn't it? But overall, I'm going to say it because I say it in every episode, I don't like the word spiritual, but there is another word you can call it, you know. All like that witchy, supernatural, ghosty, UFO.
So go back on our channel, you know, and look and listen to a lot that we've done. Go on Spotify, because it's the only one I can think of at the moment, and go on there. Have you got any favourite episodes?
I did like the fairy one. She was very interesting to talk to, a lovely lady, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Lady we interviewed. Do you know? Do you know? Every time I do one,
It's me 5.
yeah, like the latest one I do,
Yeah.
I find.
Yeah, and
You
we,
know, like-
I mean, I hope it comes across how like invested we are, and that's we're sort of like giving. Hopefully whoever's watching or listening, give you the confidence or give you the ideas to start a podcast. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? With whatever you've got. But right now, today's episode, we are a bit down in the dumps because we haven't got what we need.
You know, and it's real life, because you see these YouTube channels, you know, and you get the thumbnail. Now, you know, I was talking about the thumbnail, and obviously because we're now doing videos, the thumbnails are us. But I've started to notice on other people's thumbnails where they'll make the picture of them small, and then they'll, like, you know, put a question mark in the corner of.
You're changing it all the time.
So
that
I sort of add little.
The thing is, you are trending. You are trying to trend when you're doing it, because I don't do the editing because we live so far apart. We can't get together that often. And you do the editing, so you go, oh, people are doing this, people are doing that, I go, carry on. Do you know what I mean? Not because I'm not interested, if genuinely I have an input, don't we? We work together, but I'm not on it as much as you, am I? To look at what's different. And I get a bit peeved that we have to do what other people do. I don't care, but but because it's what we want to do. That's how I feel sometimes. Do you know what I mean?
We don't do subjects that...
No, I'm on about the thumbnail, mate.
Oh, right, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You're doing what stands out.
You
Because
do.
you do... Well, I do want to monetise, you know?
Yeah.
And like I said, you look at other YouTube videos and how I got 1,000 subscribers in 2 weeks. You know, this is our real channel. We've got 36 subscribers. I reckon if we'd have done videos from the beginning, we would have had a bit more by now.
And you know what?
You know,
how I feel, I don't care that we haven't done videos from the beginning because that's how we've learned. Do you know what I mean?
Every step is
it's a positive move forward.
Yeah,
we did it on like we've said before, we did it on the phone, we recorded on the phone without microphones. I understood that Tina wasn't too confident in front of the camera, so to me, that's absolutely fine. We'll do that. And then when Tina said, do you know, I think I'll do that. Brilliant, because we do the two platforms. No, the platforms. You know what I mean? YouTube and Buzzsprout with Spotify and all the others. But let's go on about the analytics, like what you said on Buzzsprout, which you pay for. I'm just making sure you know that. Is that mostly our audience is North America, if you don't mind me reading, Europe, Asia, and there's a little bit, small percentage of Africa and Oceania. Yeah, I ain't got a clue.
in the ocean.
Somebody's in the ocean.
On an oil rig.
On an oil rig. Right, no, it's down on the map. Oh, well, I'll sort it. Right, top app on the podcast platforms is Spotify. Our top devices are Android mobile.
Yeah.
So for that, and most people, when we put out on Spotify, most people, that's on a Friday, so like I've said, and most people listen on a Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Because it goes out at 7 a.m. GMT, and then obviously it goes out in other time zones.
YouTube peaks at the time we put it out.
So YouTube goes on
Wednesdays.
Any particular time?
In UK it's like 1 in the morning.
Yeah, I was going to say when I wake up here, it's already on, so I go and watch it, and I love watching it.
And so what I wanted to go back to the analytics about was search, how people find us. Right. And what it says on the analytics is basically through the YouTube homepage, which means it's up to YouTube. It's
See what I said about
that's controlling it, because if YouTube don't put us up there on that list on your homepage, you don't get seen.
And I get that when you were saying like you got to put something out every day, right? We're not in a position to do that.
Not for this type of channel.
No, I'm not talking about anything else. I'm just talking about this with the Cosmic Vibe. Yes, we could. With Cosmic Sisters, maybe we could. But we're talking about this.
Yeah.
And this we can't do.
No.
So yeah, applause to everybody who can do it every day, but we can't. But we're consistent.
I think because it's two of us as well. If you're alone and you're just doing yourself on a channel, you can sit in your room every night and do it, can't you?
Yeah.
But for us, for two people that live quite far, getting together, getting equipment together, finding a place to do it.
Finding a place, and I've just thought, when we do when you can do the video chat, that is the only way we could do it every day, isn't it, on the evening?
And we found it hard when we did my son's one because of the internet, wasn't it?
That's what I was going to say. We couldn't do it.
It didn't work
unless we were in a building that had good internet. Do you know what I mean? We couldn't do it because we got power cut.
Yeah.
So we're working, we're trying to explain to you that we're working with what we've got. And I keep coming back to the passion of doing your channel. People walk around doing like with it horizontal and going, yeah, and I'm talking, and that's great. It's what you bring to the channel as well, your personality. It makes me feel that my personality is not very good nowadays. I just believe in what we do, our subjects, and we want, you know, if anybody's watching or listening, just go and do it. I can't stop saying it. Just go and do it. You will have kickbacks. You will have, you know, in the sense of you can't do it for us, it will be power cuts and things like that.
I mean, I've had a DSLR camera for how many months? And because we don't have the shops here, well, it's sitting at my
Yeah.
We've got no battery because the battery that came with it didn't work. So we've waited for months and months to get a battery because there are no shops here. We can't go, you know, like to you lovely people in the UK and America, we can't go to a shop. We'll go down the camera shop and get a new one. We can't. We have to order it.
So wherever you are, you might have the same situation. It's the postal system, isn't it? We can't get
there isn't one.
Yeah, well, that's my point. Is that, you know, I'm trying not to be too downhearted. What I'm trying to say is we have problems and we overcome them.
And if we can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you're in a.
And I've put a posh top on as well today, and you are. But you know what I mean? Please, we implore you to listen to our other podcasts through YouTube or Spotify. See our progression, because it is a progression. To come from behind the camera.
Improving as well.
Yeah.
We do try. Yes, we've gone down one step and then up two. You know, with equipment, which is not our fault. We can't help.
And it might. And
you can't help it. If you haven't got the money and we haven't got the technical
to go to a shop and get what we need.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we ain't got. So we just hope that you've enjoyed our little journey, because we have gone into it with our hearts on our sleeves and giving you the information. Yes, I do get downhearted that there's not many people listening or watching, but that won't put me off. And if we have to adapt or change, but I don't want to change too much, because the core of what we do is me and you.
Yeah.
The core is me and you, and I don't want to change that vibe. I don't want to change that passion. What, do you agree?
Yeah, we're two old crones that get
having a conversation.
Bloody good.
Yeah, about what we like to talk about. And we are, at first I think we were very serious and very, we've got to be like this. And now we still are serious, but our personalities are coming through.
I think we're more relaxed now. I think we was quite, well, I mean, we wasn't visual at first, but we
still was a bit,
you know, you know, and like all cut that bit out because we laughed. But
well, Elvis is a subscriber. He's one of the rescue dogs.
He's very interested in our subject.
As interested as everybody else, I think. But thank you so much for listening to and watching a Cosmic Crone conversation. And I hope that our year episode gives you...
In another 10, 20 years, we're just going to be two fossils.
Yeah, or in another year,
how you doing? All right.
Yeah. You know, yeah, you know what I mean? Or we'll be AI. Oh. Well, yes, so thank you so much for watching. From me, Marie.
And me, Tina.
We didn't introduce ourselves, did we? I don't think we did. We'll have to have a look back.
No, you did, yeah.
Did I? Yeah. Oh, I can't remember.
When you said me, Marie, I went. I went me, Tina. One or the other.
Oh, right, I can't remember. But yeah, we're doing this in somebody's living room because we believe that we should be doing it. We need to get that one out for the next week. Come hell or high water, whoever's phone we're using, however the audio sounds, it isn't what we want. In the first place, we may not have even be bothered about that to a certain degree. But now we know we need a bit of quality. And as two quality crones, we expect the best. So take care, everyone, from these 1, 2, 3, 4,
about on the laminate floor.
5 rescue dogs with our Elvis here. And we just would really appreciate if you'd give a donation. I'm going to say it as straightforward as that. You take care, everybody, and here's to another year. Yes. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.